Let's go back in time. The year is 1980. The Cold War is absolutely frigid, and the whole world feels like it's holding its breath, just waiting for a spark. We're going to dive right into that tension, looking through the pages of a magazine that wasn't just reporting on the fear, it was basically teaching people how to survive it. This is the world of Soldier of Fortune magazine. And for its readers, this thing was a manual for a world on the brink.
Yeah, there's no gentle welcome here. You open to page 9, and this is what greets you. Now, technically, it's an ad for a book, but really, it's kind of like the magazine's whole mission statement. The message couldn't be simpler. The apocalypse is coming, the stakes are life and death, and you, the reader, are being given secrets the rest of the world is just too blind to see.
And you know the nuclear threat? That was just the headline. What the magazine was really obsessed with was the shifting balance of power, this idea that America was losing its edge. The danger, as they saw it, was literally everywhere. And look how this is presented. It's not a possibility. It's presented as hard intelligence, citing the very respected Jane's fighting ships. The implication is crystal clear. The Soviet Union is making a major power play in some of the most strategic waters on the planet. This isn't some distant threat. It's happening right now.
12. That's how many new Sovietsky Soyuz-class warships the Soviets are supposedly building. We're not talking about 1 or 2 ships here. We are talking about an entire fleet, a massive industrial push that's designed to completely dominate the seas. The scale of this threat is just meant to feel overwhelming. This chart really lays it all out, doesn't it? Okay, sure, the US Navy has 535 ships, but look what the Soviets are building. It's something different, specialized, long-range vessels, from landing docks for Marines to support ships just bristling with missiles. The story being told here is of an aging American fleet that's about to face a modern, purpose-built enemy.
And the threat wasn't just the Soviets, not by a long shot. The magazine was filled with these gritty, on-the-ground reports from brutal proxy wars and insurgencies. They framed the conflict in what was then Zimbabwe-Rhodesia as a terrorist war. And the ghost of Vietnam just hangs over every single page. In this worldview, the globe isn't just on edge, it's literally on fire.
So, in a world that's on fire, what do you do? What's the solution? Well, according to Soldier of Fortune, the answer is pretty simple. You gear up, you arm yourself for the fight that's coming.
Just look at this ad for a Heckler & Koch pistol. This isn't about going to the shooting range for fun. The language is all about one thing: function under extreme pressure. It's got an 18-round magazine, only 4 movable parts, and the ultimate promise: absolute reliability. And right next to all those specs, just 2 words: your life. The message could not be more clear. Your gear cannot fail, because if it does, you're dead.
And it's not just about the guns. Here's an ad for a boot knife, and the promise is almost identical. This is not a tool for opening your Amazon packages. This is a weapon of last resort. And that tagline says it all. You can bet your life on it. The message is totally consistent. Your survival is a transaction, and you pay for it with the best equipment money can buy. Then you get to the, well, let's just say the more enthusiastic end of the spectrum, the Annihilator. Okay, it might fire BBs, but it is marketed with all the intensity of a real military weapon, promising to rip out 3,000 rounds a minute. It really blurs the line between a hobbyist's toy and a tool for serious conflict. And the catalog, it just keeps on going. It's like a one-stop shop for the modern mercenary or survivalist. You've got knives, tear gas grenades, advanced scopes, combat knives. There are even sources for silencers and machine guns. Basically, if you could imagine needing it in a firefight, you were probably going to find it in these pages.
But who is actually using all this stuff? Well, the magazine gives you the role models, the archetypes for this dangerous new world. These are the men of action, the ones who are already in the fight. So first up, you've got the mercenary trainer. The cover story is all about this guy, Mitch Werbel III, and his Cobra school. The whole article details how a self-described pacifist reporter was turned into an outstanding student. And the school's motto? Zap, you're dead, terrorist. It's blunt, it's to the point. This is a place that turns civilians into soldiers.
And the lessons they teach are brutal and pragmatic. I mean, forget about fancy techniques. You learn to fight with whatever you have: screwdrivers, ballpoint pens. The whole philosophy is about total commitment. There are no half measures. And it's not just about skill, it's about timing and the ruthless, total application of force. All right, Shifting from the shadow world of mercenaries, we find our next heroes in uniform. This is the Philadelphia Stakeout Unit, nicknamed Bizzo's Babies. They aren't just cops. The magazine describes them as the last resort. The idea is when they get called, it means nobody else can handle the situation. They're the thin blue line in a city that's decaying.
And the stakes are exactly the same. This quote, it's from a bomb disposal tech in that unit, and he's staring down a live device. At a certain point, the rulebook just goes out the window. All he says is, the motherfucker is ticking. It's this moment of pure, raw adrenaline where only instinct matters. They cut every single wire and survived with just seconds to spare.
The magazine also celebrates another kind of lawman, the rugged individualist of the U.S. Border Patrol. They're portrayed as the direct heirs to a legacy of Wild West gunfights, continuing this long, lonely tradition of holding a dangerous line against smugglers and outlaws. I mean, this quote right here, from a legendary border lawman, it perfectly captures the whole ethos. It's a vision of harsh, absolute justice. In this world, there is no moral gray area. There are good guys and there are bad guys. And the good guys do what has to be done. Period.
So when you put all of it together, the global threats, the essential gear, the men of action, what you get is so much more than just a magazine. You get a complete worldview. It's really a manual for a specific way of life. And this really gets to the core of how the magazine saw itself. It wasn't just another publication. No, it was a source for the kind of truths that the official, muzzled military was too scared or too political to discuss. It was offering its readers an unvarnished, almost privileged look at how the world really worked. And so, this is the mission it gives its readers. It's a pretty clear set of commandments for how to navigate a very dangerous time. Plan, prepare, train. But it's more than that. Question authority. Understand exactly who your enemy is. And above all else, your number one job is to survive. And that kind of brings us to our final thought here. Looking back at this from today, is this whole worldview just a fascinating relic? Is it a product of pure Cold War paranoia? Or do the themes of a dangerous world, the absolute need for preparedness, and a really deep distrust of the official story, does any of that sound surprisingly familiar? That's something to think about.